The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the SMU Mustangs, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Bruins will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Rush is on him. And the defense got him in the 27. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Trying play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Gets rid of it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Stone. Hauls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike.
There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Oh, they're after him. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
Nice job by the defense that time defending the end zone. There was a pass play. Everybody covered up in the back end. And when they saw the quarterback take off, they were able to rally to him and stop him short of the end zone. Now what are they going to do on 4th down?
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Wants to throw. It's Stone. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
The Bruins backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that,
breaks into the open. Pass to 50. The 30. Pass to 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Bruins.
this offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking downfield, it's Stone. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Fighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Harden. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he added the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Lets it fly. Finds his man open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make a...
Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, but a choke play to wrap up the 1st quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the 2nd. That 1st quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you're going to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he
staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the air, it's Stone. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to swing it into the heart of the field. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
And that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage, let him start roaming, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find it to be open, couldn't make a completion, but you got to keep that guy in the pocket.
He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their snap to the up man. It's a fake. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning.
You're just trying to change the ebb and flow of the game. You're trying to get some of this momentum back, so you go fake punt, and you can't get it executed. It just backfires in their face.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Off the play fake. With the catch, it's Wade. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, UCLA! Once he got some room.
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The give from the gun. Runs through a tackle.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
And the Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Stone. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Got it set up on the outside. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be fourth down. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The handoff to Johnson. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Stone. Gets it out fast. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got his man quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, SMU.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the 2nd half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Pass the 10. Touchdown, Bruin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it away to start the 2nd half. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Looking for a deep man. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
So now it's 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Toss sweep right. Fights off a defender. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He fires to the left side. Open spaces. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's Green. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got it behind the line. It's Green. He's there to make the stop, and they throw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Third down play from the gun. Here's a heat. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
UCLA 42, SMU 20.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Direct snap. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bruins. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
SMU 20.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got it in the middle. It's Cooper. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, UCLA. And they turn it into a defensive score. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the big fella. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll go to the toss. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
56, SMU, 20.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you know, you're probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football. But now you step out here, you show your team you can bounce back, you can lead, take care of the football, and lead this team to victory.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Off play action. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Off play action on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Smith wants to throw. Bring in the heat. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back.
Darts, 22, water.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Mustangs come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play.
Oh, he's got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Using his legs at screen. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. The handoff, keep working on that clock. There he goes. Lowers those pads. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Gaines. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds, so it'll be a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava using the quick game. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might as well stick with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Breaks into the open. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground because there's not much left. One more play to pad the stats. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak.